Welcome to the two people in the chat. Thank you, Trish, for joining. You know, I always appreciate your energy, my sister. So I feel like I am, like I've been gone for a while from this realm. You know, y'all know that I find it hard to keep up with quote unquote time. So, you know, I never seem to be able to be, I'm always on time, but like not this time. Like, you know, I move when spirit tells me to move, and it always ends up being divine timing. So a lot of light workers, empaths, starseeds, we tend to have issues with patience. Okay, so it's because we come from a realm where there is no time and space between your thoughts and creations. And so when you come here, that time lag, it tests your faith. Okay, and it's just like, you know, some babies when they're born, I can tell, you know, like some of them that with their temperament, you can tell that they hate to have to wait even 1 second for anything, because in the higher realms you don't have to wait. Okay, your thought and creation is instantaneous, and so this is an adjustment that we have had to make, you know, as we descend into lower realms. Okay. So I'm going to talk about, first of all, welcome Divine Discoveries to the chat. So, you know, I have a little story time to tell, and then I'm going to talk about, what did I name this video? The Happy Learner. Yes. So, I don't know how long it's been since I did a release. Because like I said, this timeline is just really wobbly for me. Okay. By the way, we are listening to Miracle Tones Meditation, soothing ancient frequency music. This is 528 hertz of positive energy. Okay. Relaxing meditation, healing music. Okay. So going forth, well, I want to tell you guys the story and like my past week and what it's been like. And for my private group, I have not forgotten that I am going to come on live, and I'm going to do part 2 of my revelation that I had during the Scorpio full moon. Okay, so I haven't forgotten. I've just been doing a lot, traveling physically and, astrally, and uncovering a lot of things being revealed, trying to integrate, energies, and just, it's a lot of hard work. And, honestly, I've been physically exhausted as well, feeling that, I'm not feeling, but receiving upgrades, okay, receiving being leveled up spiritually, okay. And so some of us are feeling this physically, as just basically just wanting to rest, okay, as the angelic realms and the angels work on us, okay, to upgrade us. So that's what's happening, and that is, explains a lot of the exhaustion that a lot of you guys are feeling. Welcome, Miss Angela, to the chat. It's not a sickness or anything that's coming down on you. These are ascension symptoms, okay? So just so you know, because I know that, I'm not the only one feeling physically, tired and exhausted. It's not a tired feeling like, I don't have life force energy. It's more of like an exhilarated feeling of, how when you just run a marathon and you just want to rest, you know what I'm saying? So it's more of that. And so I do encourage you guys to rest if your body is telling you to rest, because you are being worked on. Okay, and we are going through a major transformation. Okay, and this is going to happen on every level. So embrace it as much as you can. Okay. So for me, I'm feeling, even though I'm physically, I'm tired, I'm looking forward to resting. Okay. After this again, there's a lot going on. But I'm absolutely, my eyes are wide open. Okay. All three of my eyes. And I talked about, I think it may have been in the last video when I talked about how we were going to be repeating some of the lessons, or some of the lessons that, we had gone through before. We're going to be coming back around. So right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Pluto, Saturn, and Venus are all in retrograde right now, okay? Which is also why a lot of, you are feeling a little bit wobbly, or feeling whatever it is that you are feeling. It's also the cause for, because a lot of us, we've healed, like we're almost completely healed of whatever it was that shocked us into this spiritual awakening. Okay. And so a lot of us are this past week, I would say with this past week, or within these past 2 weeks, from like the beginning of May, a lot of these old emotions that we were certain that we had gotten over had returned. A lot of the people that we thought that we had, eliminated from our lives, that we had cut out, have returned, have reappeared in our lives. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. They've crossed our paths once again. And a lot of the cycles seem to be repeating. But again, like I said in the video before, that this was going to happen, but you were going to be seeing it from a different perspective now. Okay. And so understand that if some of your old emotions that you thought that you had gotten over have returned, it's only because it was that little tidbit that you had not released, finally coming up to finally be released once and for all. Okay. So once this final release, okay, of the remnants of lower vibratory energy has taken place, then you guys will be golden. We will be golden. Okay. So my little story that I wanted to tell, you are very welcome, Trish. I want to tell you guys about, this happened about 3 or 4 days ago. I was out because I've been feeling so abundant and so free, because again, my spirits have told me, and I know that it's true, that I can have be and do anything that I want. Okay. And so, I'm moving very carefully, you know what I'm saying? And I'm loving how easily I'm able to manifest things now. Okay. But, I'm still very much aware of the world and the states of minds of the people that are around me. And when I go out into the world, or I tend to, want to mingle or mix with other people's energies, then, I'm still very much aware of, low vibratory energy that's out there. However, within my own world, I'm feeling nothing but gratitude, and I'm in awe of some of the things that are happening. Okay. And in the ways that, how integrated that I am becoming within the little me is becoming with my spirits. Okay. Because there are many different facets of the self that are just coming into my awareness. And I'm sure that a lot of you are experiencing this as well. Okay. And yeah, divine discoveries, the headaches, all of these things they will pass. Okay. So just drink as much water as you can, get as much rest as you can, and be as non-resistant to the energies that are coming in as you can. Okay. Abraham Hicks refers to it as the path of least resistance. Okay. So it's about allowing whatever is happening to happen. Okay. So this week, like I said, I was out. I've been feeling abundant. I feel like I'm in this magical space. I know that my physical tiredness is due to, me integrating these higher vibratory energies. I have felt the release of a lot of heavy baggage that I was carrying that was not mine. I have actually, learned and mastered the art of, because I would take baths every day anyway, like every night. I use my river rocks. I put them in there because, I just love, for me, the bath is like, it feels like the mother's womb. It's a cleansing. It's a healing space. It's where you're safe. It's where you release. Okay. But what I wasn't connecting until this past week was that, because, as empaths, we do a whole lot of crying. Okay. We cry a lot, and sometimes we find ourselves being emotional and don't even know why. Okay. And so I knew that I'm taking pain out of the world and giving it back, but it's like now I'm learning how to like perfect the art of like being a clear vessel and understanding what I'm doing and why that this is happening. Because before, when I would get emotional, okay, having crossed paths with certain people, or certain energies just in the atmosphere, being a Heyoka empath, you absorb these things, and so all of a sudden you're emotional. You're on the verge of tears, or you're crying from your soul, and you don't even know why. Okay. And for me, I would take it personally. Like, I would always feel that this was my pain, that I'm going through something that, I need to, I need to figure out what it is within myself that I need to fix or pinpoint. Okay. Not realizing that, as an empath, it's not always your stuff that you're feeling, because I was certain that I had healed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm healed. Why does this stuff keep coming back? Like, what the hell is going on? Okay. But once you have healed, then you step into your role, into your job, into your divine mission. Okay. And so I know that my mission was to come here and remove a lot of the pain from the world. I knew that through my heart space and the heart space of the other light workers, the other star seeds, the other empaths, that we are literally bringing in, the higher realm, the energies of heaven. Okay. Literally bringing heaven to earth through our heart centers. Okay. Because, there's only a handful of us here whose heart centers are healthy and functioning. Okay. The average human being is narcissistic in nature. Their heart chakras are not functioning. Okay. And so this is why we feel so out of place, and we seem to feel things so much deeper than everyone else, because most people have numbed themselves. Most people's heart chakras are locked down. Okay. Their hearts have been hardened. So, this was a revelation as I was in the bathtub, in one of my baths that I enjoy so much at the end of each day. Okay, my release, um, crying once again and asking, but being clear, because the more that you do it, the more that you clear your energy, the more that you cleanse yourself, which is why it's so important to continuously cleanse as you interact with other energies, cross paths with other people. Absorbing other energies, it's very important for an empath that you cleanse your space and cleanse your vessel daily. Do a daily release of these energies. And so if you find yourself being emotional or crying or whatever, allow that to happen. Don't push it down, don't hold it in, and don't take it personally. Understand that you are literally a filter. Okay, what you are doing when you are crying, you're literally crying tears that other people are not allowing themselves to cry. You're helping to balance this unbalanced energy here. You're literally taking pain out of the world and giving it back to the divine. Now, the part that I would always get stuck at was that I knew how to take the pain. I could absorb it from people, but I hadn't perfected the art of releasing it back into the divine. Okay, so this is the part that I'm excited about, because I understood now why I would just be compelled every night to run me a bath, okay, and to add, my salts and my oils or whatever I'm adding. I knew that I needed to do it. I knew that it felt so good, that I felt so much better after. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm clearer, I understand that this is what's necessary. This is what, that the tears, like, not to take it personally. It's not your stuff, okay? You are literally taking pain out of the world, okay, from other people, and giving it back to the divine, okay, and simultaneously bringing energy from the higher realms into the world through your functioning heart center. Okay, so when you understand that this is your function as an empath, then you're not taking these things so personally. You don't spiral into depression. It's not causing you any personal anxiety or baggage, and you easily learn how to just release it. Okay, so this is what I do when I take my bath. When I get into the water, okay, I'm literally giving the pain that I'm taking out of the world, I'm giving it back to the divine. And right now, with my eyes closed, I'm getting an image of the man from the movie The Green Mile. So if you are an empath, a starseed, or a light worker, if you have not seen The Green Mile, check it out. There's a message for you in it, okay? So back to how integrated I feel with my spirits. Like, there's no separation. When I talk about me, the little me, my spirits, God, whatever, this is all one thing, but it's becoming so much more apparent to me. The more that I clear myself of low vibratory energies, okay? And I'm even able to go around low vibratory energies and not be so affected by them, but to now affect them more than they affect me. So we're getting stronger, okay? So this week again, I'm becoming so integrated with my spirits that you don't even realize that your spirits are they're driving you. That you think that your thoughts are just your thoughts, like the separation that you used to perceive between you and your spirit self. It's literally dissolved. It's no longer there. Like, there is no separation. Okay. And it was so clear to me this week when like I said, I went out, I went to deposit some money, okay, in the bank, and to cover a check. And then like I said, I've been feeling abundant. Okay. And so I was like, okay, and it was like a random thought to me. I felt that it was a random thought that, okay, I'm going to stop at the shop that I always go to get, I wanted to get some Palo Santo sticks, okay, some Palo Santo wood. And so I randomly, after depositing money, because that's the reason why I left the house, to go put the money in the bank. And so I wasn't going to make the stop at the store. And then randomly, like I said, it was just a stop, seemingly random. And I went in and, I asked the guy, and he was new. he didn't know where the Palos, he didn't even know what I was talking about, looking for the Palo Santo. So he led me to the Palo Santo incense cones. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, well, I couldn't find the sticks that I wanted, the actual wood. So I got the cones. Okay. And some other cones that I got. And then as I'm getting ready to go and pay for them, I randomly picked up a burner for the cones. Okay. Welcome, Nisha B. Star. So you guys know that my eyes are usually closed, so I open my eyes, every once in a while. So welcome to whoever has joined. Okay. So as I'm going out of the door, like I said, I'm getting ready to pay for the little incense cones or whatever. I picked up a burner for them. Okay. Now the cones, when you buy them, they come with this little rinky dink burner that's in the package with them. But I didn't want that, so I picked up another burner, and it was basically, I'm looking at it right now. It's a circle. It's buffaloes. It's 8 buffaloes, okay, in a circle going around, and each buffalo has a hole in the back where you can stick a stick incense in it, and then in the center there's a space for you to burn a cone, okay. So, I randomly picked it up. It was cute, and I got it, and I came home, and I started burning the cones. I'm always excited about any new spiritual stuff that I got. I always want to watch the way that the cones burn, the way that the energy, the air energy, and I just I was enjoying the burner, okay, and I felt connected to it. And so I had burned about 4 cones in it, okay? And then, my spirit, something, because we always say, well, something said, but it's not something, it's your spirit, it's your intuition, it's God, okay? It's the voice of God within you, guiding you. Something said, buffaloes, because I wasn't really, when I picked it up, I wasn't thinking about the significance of buffaloes to Native Americans, what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about none of that. I wasn't really thinking about anything. I felt that I was just doing, random things. I'm just out, buying little stuff. Okay. And, after I bought about 4 cones, my mind, something told me, my spirit was like, look up the significance of buffaloes to Native Americans. Okay. And so that's what I did. I Googled it. And I was amazed, because all I've been doing, okay, I would say since I was shocked into my awakening, the only thing that I've been doing is manifesting abundance. Like, I have been literally focused, all of my chants, all of my mantras, all of my, everything that I do is focused on me manifesting abundance and staying in abundance and, peaceful and harmony and all of these things, right? But abundance has been, the backdrop now of my energy, okay? And I've been feeling abundant. I've been receiving divine grace because of it, okay? My heart has been grateful. I mean, I just feel like I can have anything I want. I really do. And so that has been, where I'm at. This is where I am. And so when I looked up what the buffalo means to the Native American, it basically was a message of, they bring in abundance. They represent abundance. They bring the message that that the acknowledgement, the awareness of the fact that you do not have to struggle at all to survive, but that you can have anything that you want. Things that my spirit had already said to me. Okay. So when I looked it up and I put all of these things together, I was like, oh my God. Okay. And then I counted the buffaloes. Okay. And there was 8 of them. Okay. Which the 8 again is the symbol, of the alchemist, of the magician. Okay. It's the 8. It's the infinity symbol turned on its side. It's above the head of the magician in the tarot. It's the infinity energy that you use when it's basically karma, good or bad, that's going to come back to you according to what you have sent out. Okay. So, I've talked a lot about, us being in this karmic time and, how your karma is coming back to you. What you sent out is coming back right now, good or bad. Okay. Especially with these planets being in retrograde. So a lot of people are experiencing, cycles. A lot of people are experiencing whatever a repeating cycle or returning of the energy that they've sent out at this time. Okay, so me, I'm absolutely feeling abundant, grateful, I'm happy, I'm joyful, I feel safe, okay, and I feel powerful as hell. I feel magical. I feel that I've been granted the ability to manifest my heart's desires, okay? And yet I'm still moving very, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be very responsible, you know, with this power, okay? And so this is why certain people are chosen to be able to do this, because of your humility, okay? You couldn't put certain powers in the hands of people who desire to control other people or to be above everyone else, okay? And so this is why the empaths, the light workers and the star seeds, this is why you were the one who was chosen, okay? And so, but basically, I was like, oh my God, because then I realized when the buffaloes, when I realized, you know, the meaning of the buffaloes to Native Americans, then I realized that all of my movements, okay, because I went out to put the money in the bank, but I thought that everything else that I was doing was like, you know, just random things that I was doing. But once I got home and I you know, my spirit told me, you know, pay attention. I realized that it was my spirit the whole time that was guiding me to do everything and giving me the message that, yes, you know, this abundance that you are feeling, that you are receiving, that you are creating, it is real. It is coming from us. It is coming from you. You are creating it. The magic is working. Okay. I was like, oh my God. So, you know, the awe of that, like, oh my God, like my spirit was doing that. Now I didn't even, like, I wasn't aware, but I was aware. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even have to call on my spirits anymore, because they are with me, moving me, okay, directing me. Like I am the embodiment of my spirits now. You know what I'm saying? So to talk about me and my spirits as if we are separate, that's no longer the reality. Like, you know, this is a very magical time, okay, for the empaths, the star seeds, the light workers. So I hope that you all are paying attention, okay? The greatest lesson that I learned from Siddhartha, the Buddha, is to pay attention, because spirit is always, in all ways, trying to get your attention and telling you things, okay? Showing you things. So, you know, right now in this time, your ancestral heritage is so apparent, even in your physical appearance, that it is undeniable, okay? And we can no longer ignore who we are. The lessons and tests, okay, that are coming as repetitive cycles for those who have chosen not to evolve, who have chosen not to change, their lessons are coming hard and fast, okay? The universe is literally whooping their asses, like I said. Mother God is here now, okay, to correct things. And this past week, okay, I have, how can I say this? Like, crossed paths with some of the people that I, you know, had felt that I had eliminated from my life, okay? But there was some unfinished business. I guess a part of me needed to prove to myself, because, you know, I don't like to give up. And so a part of me probably felt that I was going to try to go back in and save some of these people. Okay. In particular, one female friend of mine, okay, who I do recognize as a part of myself, but she is a shadow. Okay. I have accepted her as a shadow, you know what I'm saying, as a part of myself, someone that I used to be, still doing things that I used to do, you know, exhibiting the fears that I used to have, moving the way I used to move. She crossed my path again this week, and a part of me wanted to save her. You know, I love her. I love her so much because she's a part of me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I had to let her go. Okay. This is a real person now, okay, that I'm talking about, but it is a part of me, and it is an internal experience as well. Okay. And I literally just had to walk away. Okay. And I mean, it's a painful thing, but then it's liberating. And at the same time, I know that I am empowering her, because just like, when I felt abandoned, I was forced, to acknowledge my power. I was forced to flap my wings and fly. Okay. So even though it's painful to, to let go and walk away from your shadows, this must be done. Okay. Because they have to learn their lessons the same way that you did. Okay. And so their tests at this time, because it's very karmic, are coming hard and fast. Okay. And so I would suggest to just get out of the way. This is what I was told to do. Okay. And so that's what I have done. Because I was trying, it's like, because first of all, it's like I said, the cycles come back around, but now you're seeing it from another perspective. Okay. So now, I see how this person is caught up in the loop of hypnotic rhythm, and that they are blocking out, they're not letting me in. So it's like, we talked about this in Dissecting the Devil, and there was a part of me that just didn't want to accept it, that after a certain amount of time, after the devil has had a grip on their minds for a certain amount of time, it's damn near impossible to get them out of that loop, because there's so much karma that they have to pay back, and they just can't see their way out of it. This person that I'm talking about, she just does so much. So much. I mean, just being in her presence, she's one of the reasons why I'm exhausted right now. Just being in her presence is exhausting on every level, because she moves in fear, because the devil has a grip on her mind. So she fears everything, and so everything that she does is out of fear. But the devil is very he it manipulates and deceives the host more than anyone. And what I mean by that is, they don't even realize that they are causing what they're doing to themselves. It's like they think, because the devil has a grip on their mind, he's causing them to think that they are so smooth, that they are so smart, that they're outsmarting people, that they are finessing, and they got a fish on the hook. They got all this language that they speak because they think they so smooth. Out here thinking that they're manipulating other people, that they're taking from other people, but then not putting this together with the lack that you feel in your own life, with the things that are being taken away from you. It's like they're blind to the fact that they are creating this loop of karma, and that they must change their behavior. They must change their thoughts, okay, in order to get out of the loop. And so me coming in from another perspective, still wanting to help, even though this person has betrayed me on the highest level. Okay? This person thinks that I don't know that they have betrayed me. I confronted them, and of course there was a lie told and they didn't acknowledge it. But I know, because I see what you're going through. That's why you're going through it. Okay? See, I understand the laws of the universe and how they work. The universe protects me. It takes care of me. So when you come, when you cross a child of the universe is going to cross you. This is why a lot of y'all are getting your asses whooped. You have taken advantage of an empath, a starseed, a light worker, or you thought you was. You thought that you were outsmarting, manipulating, stealing from, or whatever you thought you was doing to that child of God. Now God is whooping your ass about it. Okay? And so even though this person has betrayed me, because again, this person is a part of me. This is me. This is my own shadow. But this is a real person in this 3D reality. Okay? Even though this person has betrayed me, the unconditional loving part of me still wants to save her. I still see her as beautiful, as salvageable. I know that she can be fixed, but she don't know that she can be fixed. And the devil is got her so much caught up in this loop that she cannot hear what I'm saying. She cannot see what I'm trying to show her. And I don't have any more time to waste on it. I was told to walk away. So if you are being told to walk away, empath, starseed, light worker, I suggest you do that. Okay? Understand that they will be taken care of and guided to their own salvation just like you are, but they have to go through what they got to go through. You cannot save them, and you cannot take their lessons for them. Okay? You cannot take their ass whoopings for them as much as you want to. Okay? So allow that to happen to them, because at the end of the day, it's going to empower them. It's going to correct their perception. This is for those who chose not to change their behavior, who have chosen not to evolve, those who ignore their intuition. Some of us, however, are in a state of divine grace because through all of our tests and trials, we've kept a grateful and a faithful heart. I mean, even as I was dying with swords in my heart and in my back, I was still telling the Most High that I trust you. And this is why I was resurrected. Okay? And this is why you have been resurrected, empath, starseed, light worker. So if and when you choose to raise your vibrations by thinking better thoughts, okay, by doing better deeds, that's how you reverse the hypnotic rhythm. Because I was trying to get through to this friend, okay, or this part of myself that I can't even really call her a friend, because I'm a friend to her, but she has not been a friend to me. Okay, I'm trying to get through to her, and it's like the devil keeps throwing up all the fears. I'm trying to tell you how to, get out of this loop, that you must change your thoughts. You must change your behavior. Stop doing the shit that you're doing because you're being motivated by fear. That's devil energy. You are allowing the devil to use you. And the devil throws up all these fears, but you're not going through what I'm going through though. But the bill is due right now, but this is what's at hand right now. This is where you're going to come to, where you got to take that leap of faith. Where if you believe in a higher power, if you feel that you are connected to a higher power, when that higher power tells you to jump, you're going to jump. And you will not hit the ground, okay? This is when you're going to discover that you have wings. But you must leap. You must have enough faith to do so. If not, then you will remain earthbound, going around in karmic circles. This person that I'm speaking of, she literally told me that she feels like she's on a hamster wheel. These were her words exactly. And I told her, there's a name for it. It's called hypnotic rhythm. And I can only pray that on some point in her endless cycle of cycles, that she will pick up that knowledge that she allowed to fall to the ground and utilize it to save herself. Okay? But I was told to leave the knowledge there and to walk away. So when you begin to do better deeds, to participate in your own growth process, the tests and the lessons are much gentler for the happy learner, the willing learner. Okay? We learn willingly because we know that these tests comprise the steps that lead to the higher realms, where you experience the vibrations of love, peace, joy, harmony, and abundance, where you can hear the music and see the colors. okay, where you can actually experience being abundant. So right now, what coming to my mind is a short vision that came to me the other day through my third eye, and I don't even know. I was probably just sitting here zoning out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it was a vision because I was not asleep. Okay, and what it was I was sitting right here on my couch, and the wind outside was blowing. You know how the wind is blowing so hard. You know that it sounds like it's whistling. Oh yeah. Okay, and the wind was blowing so hard that it blew the door open. And I keep my door locked, and it blew the door open, and that was the vision. Okay, and I understood that these people's hearts that have been locked for all of this time, they have been blown open now. This is why these people have been shocked awake, basically, in the same way that we were. The people who have been running all of their lives from their lessons, running from their shadows, whose heart chakras have been locked down, oh, they have been blown wide open. These people are crying rivers of tears right now. They are being made to acknowledge their shadows, their mistakes. There's nowhere to run now. Everything is being brought to the surface. Okay? So basically, the wind blew the door open. Okay? So spirit has entered the building. Okay? Even the numb, the cold-hearted, narcissistic people are now being filled with the spirit. Okay? And they are not enjoying it because the first thing that they have to do is acknowledge all of the dirt that they've done. You know what I'm saying? To acknowledge their shadows, acknowledge their inner child, acknowledge their pain. A lot of these people have been running from their pain. They have been self-medicating. They've been vacating. They've been doing everything in their power not to acknowledge this pain, their shadows. They don't think they can survive it. These are the people who have shifted their pain onto other people who have been out here. These are the hurt people who hurt people. Okay? So now, with this karmic time, these people are beginning to experience the effects of what they have caused. And they're not liking it. Even the savages are being forced to awaken and acknowledge spirit. The door has been blown open. Saturn, Pluto, and Venus are all in retrograde. So everyone is being forced to deal with past issues and reflect upon things in their lives that they've been ignoring. This is the Great Awakening, my people, and no one escapes. Okay? Some of us are remembering past lives and awakening gifts and talents that we've acquired on our soul's journey. Okay? Basically, learning to access our own personal Akashic record, the record of your soul's journey. And in order to access that, you have to access your subconscious or superconscious mind. This is why meditation is essential to this path. Okay? The people who run from their this is the friend that I'm talking about who is so exhausting to be in her presence because she's always like doing things. You're always moving around. You always got some distraction. You never are still. You never be still and listen to your intuition. You know, always making moves, always just doing something. Like the devil just always got you doing something and you're not accomplishing anything. Okay. And so, I'm like, her life is like hectic and my life is peaceful. And so for me to be in her presence is exhausting for me. You know what I'm saying? And so these people who are running around doing all this stuff, they never sit still and listen to their intuition. They can't hear the voice of God. The devil keeps them distracted. This is how they stay in the loop of hypnotic rhythm. They're always trying to avoid the karma, but they keep creating it with the things that they're doing. It's like, they're trying to avoid the karma, but they create more. Okay, it's like it's a loop that you're never going to get out of until you begin to do the opposite thing, which is why I said think better thoughts, do better deeds. If you've been stealing and taking from people, learn how to give back. Okay, that's the only way you're going to balance those energies. This person, she had something taken from her recently. She also had a lot of things happen to her that showed me the role that she played in a lot of things that happened with me, because now it's happening to her. This was why she crossed my path again. This is why Spirit led me to cross her path, so I could see what's going on, so I can see the ways that Spirit balances the scales. See, I wasn't sure. I knew that she had taken some part, but I wasn't sure. But now I'm sure, because I see what's happening to her. The exact same thing that she caused in my life. And the thing is, the difference is that she didn't really have any compassion for me and what I was going through. But I do have compassion for her. I mean, even as she's going through her stuff right now and trying to complain about somebody taking something from her and her being ghosted by someone that she loved, she's still minimizing what I went through. She basically was like, because she looks at me. I don't know why people think that, when you have things, because, everything that I know, nothing in my life has been just given to me. I had to work hard. I have had to go through all the same spiritual lessons that you did. I had to face all the same fears and pains that you did. Okay. So there's no reason why somebody should be looking at someone else and being jealous of the grace and the blessings that they are receiving. We worked to get what we have. Spiritual work. Okay. The inner work was done. Okay, so when somebody's looking at you and they think that your life is so easy and that, you're just being given things, that's bullshit. Okay, I have struggled. I try to explain to her that, girl, I have died since I seen you last. Okay, from what I went through. So when you think that you're dying and you all in this victim mentality and feeling like a victim of what you're going through, because right now, like I said, I'm back on the path, like going back through some of the things that I've went through, or crossing paths with people that I thought that I, was not going to have to deal with anymore, because, to see it from this different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because, now I'm going in, I'm armored up. I'm not being affected as much by their emotions. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going in to speak the truth, and so I had to tell her, haven't you done this to somebody before? Yeah, that's true. Well, then that's why it's happening to you. I mean, it's just common sense. It's spiritual law. And so, why can't you see that you have to balance those scales now? If you've been taking, then start giving. Okay? Because if not, you're going to continue to experience loss. If you understand that there is only one being here having many experiences, then you'll understand how the laws work. You don't get by taking. You get by giving. Okay? There is only one being here having many experiences. So even the people who pride themselves on being savages are being awakened and forced to acknowledge spirit. Being forced to deal with the issues that they have been ignoring their whole lives. Awakening to their Akashic records. Okay? And again, to access that, you must quiet the mind. You have to go into meditation. You have to integrate your intuition and learn to recognize that as the spirit of God. Welcome, Dr. B Speaks. And thank you so much for the super chat. Many blessings. And I'm so happy that you guys are sharing this time and space with me. I feel like I've been gone for so long, but I so enjoy and love your energy. But again, meditation is essential, and it doesn't have to be done in a certain way. Like, you know, basically being in a meditative state is just basically listening to your intuition, blocking out distractions, okay? Because you have mastered many gifts, okay, in past lives. You have. But to be able to make use of those gifts in this realm, you have to access your I am superconscious presence that's within you. And this is done through meditation. Okay, this is where all of the qualities, the assets, the abilities, and virtues of that which you call God are stored within your DNA, your personal Akashic record. Okay, you have used these gifts freely in other lifetimes and other incarnations, and as long as your intentions are for the highest good for yourself and others, you may use your gifts freely right now. Your specific gifts were given for you to use, okay, for you to accomplish your divine mission here. Okay, so if you don't know what your divine mission is, ask in meditation. Okay, free your mind of all distractions and ask in meditation, what is my divine mission? Okay, because you are never alone. Like I told you about the story with the buffaloes, you know, it just made me so aware, like, damn, I thought that I was making random moves when I picked that buffalo thing up and all of that, but it was so resonates with what I've been manifesting that I know that it was a direct, you know, I was directly being guided by spirit. So I realized that I'm never alone. That spirit is always with me, always trying to get my attention. Okay. Again, the greatest lesson that I learned from Siddhartha, the Buddha, is to pay attention. Everything means something. Okay. Everything means something when you have ears that hear and eyes that see. Okay. So what is it that you are naturally good at? What makes you happy when you do it? Answer that question for yourself in meditation, and you will be one step closer to discovering your divine mission here. Be receptive to what's coming in through your intuition. This is literally the voice of God within you. Okay? Yes, ma'am, Dr. B speaks. It's about stillness. And this is the message that I really was trying to get through to this friend, this part of myself that I see as a shadow. And she's absolutely beautiful and perfect, and she cannot see it. So, you know, it's heartbreaking because she won't be still and allow herself to see the God within herself. But because I spend a lot of time in stillness, I can see the God in her. When you stop, you know, when you're in stillness, you're not doing all this moving around and doing things. You stop being your ego and you allow God to take the wheel. This is what they mean. What is that saying? Not saying, it's probably a scripture. Be still and know that I am God. That I am God. This is accessing your I am presence in whatever words you speak behind the words I am. You are creating, you are calling into your world into manifestation. So when you stop being your ego and you allow the spirit to take the wheel, you start being shaped and molded by spirit, okay, into that particular piece of the God puzzle that only someone of your shape, size, and color can fulfill. Your specific gifts and talents are a gift to humanity that only can come through you, only through you, and you only. Okay? Because a lot of you don't seem to understand that. You know how a puzzle looks. You know what I'm saying? Only one piece can fit. There's only a specific shape that can fulfill that part of the puzzle. This is you. Okay? So the specific gifts that you have, they are unique to you. Your special piece of the God puzzle. Okay? And this is you express your specific gifts and talents. You are fulfilling your piece of the God puzzle. And in turn, you are also ensuring your earthly legacy, something that you will leave here for your bloodline. Okay? So fulfilling your divine mission is putting your piece of the God puzzle in place. And again, ensuring your earthly legacy. No one else on the planet can fit into your spot in the God puzzle. It must be you. Okay? This is why you have been instructed to know thyself. Because to know thyself is to know that which you call God. And the only way to truly know God is through the expression of your divine mission to literally become God, where you're actually having the experience of being God. To experience being God, you must release all limitations and belief in the struggle. That's devil energy. You have to release that, and you have to allow the abundance of the higher realms to flow through your heart center and into this realm. This is how we bring heaven down. Okay? Part of the abundance that you receive from the higher realms will be in the form of new spiritual gifts and talents. Okay? Just ask for these gifts and talents. Ask, and you will receive. And once they are activated within you, then you have to do the work to incorporate these gifts and talents within yourself. Okay? And the new energies, and make them your own. Use them in your own specific way. The happy learner goes forth fulfilling her divine mission, knowing that she has within her Akashic record the knowledge, the wisdom, the gifts and talents needed to rise to the occasion. The happy learner is humble. She never rejects the teacher. She never fails to acknowledge the lesson. And yet she is certain of self. This is the happy learner. A lot of star seeds, empaths, light workers, you all yearn in your hearts for the perfection that you remember as heaven and home. And it is you who is literally bringing heaven into this realm through your heart centers and anchoring us all in this new energy. Okay? This is why we are feeling exhausted. Okay? This is why we are tired, but we're happy. We are exhilarated. The new earth is looming into view, coming through the heart centers of the star seeds on this planet. Literally assisting the earth in achieving the balance needed to return to perfection itself. Literally creating heaven on earth. The deeper you go within the self in meditation, the more the self is going to expand. Okay? So the deeper you go within yourself, you're going to find strength. You're going to find wisdom, fortitude, courage, determination that you didn't even know you had. This is the larger non-physical part of your spirit that goes before you, okay? Guiding you on your path from a bird's eye view, like an air traffic controller. Okay? So your spirit goes before you, radiating peace, love, joy, and harmony from the higher realms, okay? And the little you is expanding to catch up and fill in this new created space that your spirit has made, okay? So the larger non-physical part of you goes before you to clear and make space, okay? And then the little you is catching up with the larger non-physical, already perfected part of yourself within the hallowed space, okay? That has been created there. Hallowed, being holy, okay? So when that space is there, basically what is happening is like the little you is surrounded by your own spirit, okay? It has gone before you. It has placed harmony, love, joy, abundance in the air for you to breathe in as that good ass prana that Ralph talks about from Infinite Waters. Okay. I love me some Ralph, okay, because he has embodied his soul. Okay. That good ass prana that Ralph talks about, okay, is literally you breathing in God particles, life force energy. And the deeper that you breathe it in, the more you balance these energies within yourself, the more vibrant, the more beautiful and healthy you become. The easier it is to stay centered in your heart space. Okay? The master teacher is aware of her divine mission. Okay? She brings forth her divine mission from her heart into a perfect expression in this world. Okay? She brings it forth with great harmony, with great passion, joy, and determination. So now the divine is asking you, light worker, starseed, empath, to step forth, okay, into your greatness, into the newness and the greatness of who you truly are within. The expansion is basically a going within, but it's going to appear outside of you. The world is a great mirror for you, for us all. Okay, so experiencing God is basically fulfilling your divine mission. Fulfilling your divine mission is experiencing being God. So do a daily release, like I do with this witching hour release, but also a daily spiritual bath at this time, a daily release of anything that is not serving your highest good. Clearing yourself every day of lower vibrations, okay? Making room for and allowing these higher vibrations to come in and help you fulfill your divine mission. Creating heaven on earth, okay? First for yourself and ultimately for all forms of life on this planet, okay? Know that you are loved and surrounded at all times by angels, at all times. Call on them, ask them to assist you in the fulfillment of your heart's desires. And in so doing, you will be fulfilling your divine mission and becoming God or goddess. So once again, you guys, we were listening to Miracle Tones Meditation. This is the soothing ancient frequency music, 528 hertz, positive energy, relaxing meditation, healing, detox music, okay? I'm going to leave you with this message. I do hope that it is truly helpful, that you will allow the wind of spirit to blow open the door of your hearts. Allow that good ass prana to flow in, to expand your mind, your consciousness, your being. Reinvent yourself. Release negativity. And know that you are literally calling in heaven through your heart center, anchoring us all in this new earth energy. This is why you are in a state of divine grace and being given anything that you desire. Because the desires that are planted in the heart of the light worker, the starseed, the empath, are the desires of the Most High. Thank you all for sharing this time and space with me. And until we meet again, my people, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Peace.